As the Civil War ended, there was a great push westward. To fulfill their dream of moving west and starting a new life, many men began to lust after the valuable silver, which was very abundant. This was easy, as it only required a few simple tools, a strong back, and a desire for wealth. Out of this longing for silver, Kingston, New Mexico was born. Kingston first began as a silver mining camp called Purchase City, being located along the Percha Creek. This is where the first piece of rich silver ore was found in 1882 by miner Jack Sheehan. His find, which he named the Solitaire, would become New Mexico's largest silver mine and one of the most famous in the Southwest. By the end of that year, the town had a population reaching nearly 2,000 residents, almost entirely made up of miners and prospectors. The women, with the exception of a few wives, were there to entertain the men. When Kingston's first church was finally built, the ratio was 1 church to 22 saloons. As the town grew, it also settled into a more peaceful existence, despite several unsuccessful Indian raids. Over $7 million in silver was mined in the Black Range mining district in the 1880s and 1890s. So with all that money coming out of the ground, Kingston grew into one of the wildest towns in the West. Along with its 22 saloons, there were 14 general stores, gambling halls, a brewery, numerous restaurants, hotels, a high-class theater, and 3 newspapers, which were named the Clipper, the Shaft, and the Advocate. Famous visitors to Kingston include President Grover Cleveland, Butch Cassidy, the Sundance Kid, Billy the Kid, and Mark Twain. Kingston's most famous lady was Sadie Orchard, a native of London, who operated a brothel on Kingston's famous Virtue Street. Kingston declined when silver prices dropped and the deposits ran out. The post office closed in 1957. The Victoria Hotel, the Percha Bank, and other old buildings still stand, and there are today 32 permanent residents keeping the history of this once great town alive. The historic Black Range Lodge in Kingston is one of those keeping the rich history of this area alive. Stay with us for the night and step back to the Old West. The original brick construction of our lodge dates back to the 1880s, when it was home to miners and cavalry. Nestled in the foothills of the Gila National Forest, the lodge provides easy access to its 3 million acres of wild natural beauty. From our front door, a short walk takes you across the Percha Creek and into the tall Ponderosa pines.